Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Thomas Jefferson and Howard Rourke. Howard Rourke is the redhead. The reason he's named Rourke because Rourke in the novel had red hair. So that's pretty deep.
So Howard Rourke and Mr. Jefferson, originally named Leonard, but Leonard seems to be more of a dog's name. So now he's called Leonard and Jefferson, and we'll see what happens. Now, folks, I want to make a reply to Mr. dospook, D-O-S-P-O-O-K. And he has now 3 videos addressing me, so I guess it's time to make a reply to them. And I went through and jotted down things as he said them, things that were meaningful. I have to say his videos weren't too coherent. The questions jumped from one subject to the other without being conclusive, but that's fine. We'll take his quotes as they are and reply to them. He asks, am I fulfilling the objectivist ideal? He says, I talk about these people from history and Ayn Rand and stuff, these people that are dead, and what do I give for an ideal today? Just myself. And am I fulfilling that objectivist ideal? And I'm not giving myself as the objectivist ideal. I didn't offer that. I'm offering what I see as the truth, which is objectivism. Now, I just want to interject a key consideration here. We'll see over and over again in his comments. And you see this over and over again in the academician attitude towards objectivism. You can't accept somebody else's ideas because everybody has an independent reality. All of our realities are formed by our perception of reality. Perception causes reality, as they believe. So you can never, if you just say, I believe everything this person said, you're just a sycophant. You're an idiot to them. How could you ever believe anything totally that someone else believed? Because everyone's got an independent reality. So we're going to see that over and over, and I just totally disagree with that. Ayn Rand's philosophy of objectivism is true. And saying that I believe everything she believed, for example, is not a criticism of her theories. It's just an admission that you can't think, that you don't realize ideas are connected to reality. I can believe in a true idea that someone else believed in, and it doesn't make me a sycophant or them. We can both believe in a true idea, and lots of people can believe a true idea, and that doesn't make it cult or anything like that. But when you're surrounded by a culture that is on par with the Nazi culture, it can be a bit nerve-wracking. It can be a bit rough on the temper, being surrounded by a culture that's, as you see it, backwards and upside down. Objectivists get on YouTube, and everything they say totally contradicts everything that everybody else says, and people think the objectivists are whack. And listen to this, the objectivists think you guys are whacks. Just remember that. You guys are crazy, upside down and backwards. So anyways, you say, am I fulfilling the objectivist ideal? Go to Ayn Rand if that's what you're looking for. I'm on YouTube making educational videos. I'm going to open a school and teach kids math, science, history, and literature. So go somewhere else for your religion. He says, my gig is deadpan rambling. Then he asks, do you have a product? Do you have a service? Is your service worthwhile? Is your service really just to point to the past? I think that I've submitted this question to my viewers, basically. Is my service worthwhile? A lot of people are on YouTube screwing around. That's not my fault. I'm not on YouTube screwing around. Some of my videos are a little bit screwy, but on the whole, I'm pretty serious. It's not my fault that some people don't take YouTube seriously. Some people do. Now, if you go to my videos and arrange them by most viewed, the videos about the cats have it hands down. They are viewed more than anything else. So if I wanted to get views, I would make videos about cats. But I don't want views. My audience is not thousands and thousands and thousands strong. Ayn Rand's audience is, but on YouTube it's a more limited audience for sure. And I am not bringing my philosophy and trying to get a following. I am just an objectivist thinker. So he asks about my legacy. What is my plan for my legacy? What am I on here trying to do? You know, I appreciate it. I'm flattered by the term legacy. I'm 28 years old. I haven't even got started yet. I just got out of college a couple years ago. So give me a chance to like write a book or something, and then I'll think about my legacy. So that's a little flattering. Thank you there. And he says that there's other objectivist thinkers out there doing the real stuff while I'm on YouTube screwing around. Like I said, I can't help it that I take YouTube seriously and a lot of people don't. Some people do take it seriously, and more people do all the time. So when I first started putting videos on, there weren't that many intellectual videos. Now you can get dozens of videos about people's books, their library. People sit and talk about their books. I don't know if I was the first, but I didn't see any before me that had done that. I didn't know of any. That was anyways, that's sort of, this culture on YouTube is small, but it's grown from where it was originally. And it is a subculture that takes YouTube more seriously. Gets on YouTube to expand their mind, not just to watch people get hit in the crotch, you know. So, and there's people like Zorio who wouldn't expand their mind if you you know, used pliers or something. They're on YouTube too, and they're posing as intellectuals. That happens. But there are people who take it seriously, and you can't just point to all the videos about people getting hit in the crotch and car wrecks and stuff and say, look at all these people screwing around, Mr. Cropper's on YouTube. Therefore, what follows from that? People screw around on YouTube, Mr. Cropper is on YouTube. What follows? Mr. Cropper screwing around? I mean, take some elementary logic already. So, let's go on a little bit. He says that I'm on here doing deadpan rambling. Is my service worthwhile? I think the best way to answer this is to say, what would happen if I got a $10,000 contribution tomorrow? Or someone came with a $10,000 check and wanted to invest in my school. First of all, I would incorporate the school, because I didn't have enough money to incorporate. I formed a sole proprietorship. I would incorporate the school, and I would get a location. With those two things, and some money to hire a person or two to, you know, with credentials in having 10 or more kids, like a daycare, someone certified for daycare or something, one or two people hired, and a location, the school would be open. Now, there's a demand, there's waiting lists on the schools around here, but it's getting the capital get started. And I don't have credentials. You know, I'm right out of college. I haven't ran a school before, and I'm trying to open one. Now, it's fine to say that I didn't get the school open, but as of November 1st, I lived in St. George for 6 months. So it was really a flight of fancy to think that I could get here and get the school opened in that 3 or 4 month period. So my plan was then to establish myself and get ready, and in the fall of 2008 I opened it for sure. So it's just the fact that I've changed my plan and decided to go to California, where, as Mr. Dospook puts it, the other objectivists are busy doing real stuff while I'm screwing around on YouTube. There's a bit of a point there, because someday I'm not going to be on YouTube. I'm right now giving concepts away. I'm doing book reviews and stuff that I could be getting paid hundreds or thousands of dollars for if these were getting published in newspapers.